All right, Math 76, Lesson 67. We're going to be talking about how to divide mixed numbers. So let's go straight to our practice sheet. When we're multiplying and dividing, mixed numbers don't really work out for us. Adding and subtracting mixed numbers, perfect, great. We can do that just fine. Multiplying, dividing, not so much. If you remember on our lesson on multiplying mixed numbers, we had to turn them into improper fractions. And the same thing is true here. So whenever we're dividing mixed numbers, we're going to try to turn them into improper fractions, and then we can just use our rules of fractions to divide them. So let's start with that improper fraction step. We're going to multiply and add. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. That will be my new numerator as I rewrite the number. And my denominator of 3 stays the same. So now this is 8/3. Right? 2 and 2/3 is now 8/3. And then I have to divide by the number 4, but I have to put that over 1, so divided by 4 over 1. Now that I've rewritten it as a fraction, I can use my division rules for fractions. Whenever I'm dividing fractions, I just have to multiply by the reciprocal, or invert the fraction and then multiply it. And remember, I'm always going to be using the reciprocal or the inverse of this second number right here. So the inverse of 4/1, or the reciprocal of 4/1 is 1 over 4. So I turn this upside down, and then I rewrite my problem again. I have 8 over 3 times 1 over 4. 8 times 1 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. And 8/12 can be reduced to 2/3. Also, if you saw the cross cancellation, you could have canceled that and that. We could have had 1 and 2 and then had 2/3. But the answer is 2/3. Okay? So whenever you're dividing with mixed numbers, turn them into improper fractions. Use your rules of fractions to divide, which is to multiply by the reciprocal. Now, the funny way that they're going to word these problems, they'll tell you to find 1/4 of 1 3/5. Well, if we have to find the fraction of a number, we know that's like the same as dividing or multiplying by the fraction. So if I was to find 1/4 of 1 3/5, I would just have to divide 1 3/5 by 4 or multiply it by 1/4. So let's go ahead and write the number 1 3/5. And then to find 1/4 of that, I'm going to have to multiply by 1/4, right? Because fraction times of equals is, or if I were to write divided by 4, I would end up going through the same steps and have to multiply by 1/4, right? So if they tell you to find the fraction of a number, you can just take the fraction and multiply it by the number. So 1/4 times the number, that'll give me the answer. The problem is this is a mixed number, so I'm going to rewrite it. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Denominator stays the same. 8/5 times 1/4, and this time I am going to cross cancel or reduce, because I can see 4 goes into 8 2 times, and 4 goes into 4 1 time. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. My final answer is 2/5. And I've now just learned how to divide with mixed numbers. If you guys have any questions, let me know on the school website, and I will see you in class.